Hello, welcome to Business Statistics. In this lecture, I will talk about certain commands used for descriptive statistics in Excel. So we have a data set. This is our data set, and we wanted to determine various parameters. So the first thing is we want to determine what is the mean. So we will say for mean, the command would be average of and then we select this entire data set and our population mean would be 10.556. So again, population and sample, irrespective of whatever it is, the mean would be the same. So we will again do average of our data set. So we'll select our data set and hit enter. It will give us the same 10.55. As you know, for variance, the population variance and the sample variance will be different. So I will use var dot p. So dot p means population. It's representing population. So when I type that, it will start treating this data set as population. So I will select our data set and hit enter. So the population variance is 56.135. Now for sample variance, I will use var dot s. So that is S represents sample. So now our Excel will treat this data set as a sample. So I will select the data set and hit enter. So our sample variance is 59.437. So if you see, the sample variance is always larger than population variance for a given data set. Similarly, we can do the standard deviation, which is stdev dot p for population. So I will select this data set. So we will get the population standard deviation as 7.492. So again, for sample, I will use stdev dot s and select the data set. It will give me sample standard deviation, that is 7.709. So again, we will have sample standard deviation larger than population standard deviation for a given data set. So if we want median, I will type median and then select the data set and hit enter. So our median is 9.5. Now trimmed mean, if you know that trimmed mean is you trim the data set at the extremes. So if I wanted to trim 10%, if the textbook says it's 10%, for Excel it is 20%. So you have to do twice. So if the textbook says trim by 20%, for Excel it is 40%. So now I will use the command trim mean and then select this data set. So array means data set here, and then percent. So we have to do 20%. So in Excel you have to type that as 0.20. So that will be 20%. So it's going to give us a trimmed mean of 10.0625. For quartile, we will use the function quartile. Again, array is our data set. We select our data set, put comma, and then we wanted the first quartile. So I will select 1 and then hit enter. So our quartile 1 is 4, and quartile 3, I will again select quartile function, and then array is our data set, and then put comma. So quartile 3, I'll select 3. It's going to give us 15.75. So the minimum value is, you can say minimum, min, and then select the data set. So that is going to give us the minimum value. Or the other way you can do is quartile. So that is, select the array and then your minimum value would be 0 quartile. So you will say 0, that's percentile also. So that's 1. So maximum value you can type max and then select the data set, or the other way is quartile. Again, array is our data set and maximum is 4th quartile, and it's going to give us 28. So median also you can do the same way, that is equal to quartile and then select the array, which is our data set, and then median is the second 50th percentile. So that's 9.5. So range is, if you see the definition of range, it's largest minus smallest. So what we can do is, I can do maximum value minus the minimum value. Again, interquartile range is quartile 3, that is Q3, minus quartile 1, that is represented by Q1. So I can do quartile 3, which is 15.75 minus 4, so it will give me the entire interquartile range. So mode, mostly if you see our data set, we don't know whether it has multiple modes or a single mode. So the better strategy here would be to always use multi-mode. So since we are using multiple modes, we need to select certain cells. So we can select any number of cells. So I can select more than this cells, less than this cells, I don't know. So it's better to select more. So I will select until this point, which is highlighted, and then type equal to mode and then select multi-mode. So that is mode.mult, and then select our data set, and now you have to key in Control Shift Enter, so all at the same time. So this is Control Shift Enter. So if you see, we have 4 modes, 8, 4, 3, 16, and the rest are not available. So if we had one mode, all the others, we would have one mode, and all the others would have been not available. So one of the important things here is to enter Control plus Shift plus Enter all at the same time. So this concludes our lecture on descriptive statistics using Excel. Thank you.